Hi guys, welcome to Irene Torok Art. I'm Ren or Irene. I hope everyone's had a great week. So this week I had some painting related things on. I had to do some edging and signing of 9 paintings. I also went into the restaurant where I display some of my art and had them up for sale, and we went and put some fresh paintings up. We did some book hunting, we had some random things all during getting this painting done, which is called Falls in Fall, which you'll see the process of bit by bit. This week started out by editing last week's video, and it was absolutely freezing during the beginning of this week. We were down to 9 degrees at night, which is absolutely ridiculous for summer, honestly. I had the heating on a couple days, which never happens in the middle of summer. And yeah, I got a little bit of footage while I was editing. So I'm editing this week's video for you, last week's video, and it is such a gloomy day. It's freezing. I've just finished the reel, and now I've got to do the voiceover for the reel, including the poem that goes with that painting. And Cindy is just running around in circles, and her bell, as you can probably hear it, just keeps, Cindy, settle down. Just keeps making so much noise. So I'm trying to do the voiceover, but I don't know how I'm going to shut her up. Maybe I just need to hold her in my lap or something like that. But it is freezing. Like, it's freezing cold. In the middle of summer, it's 9 degrees, Celsius, which is freezing for the middle of summer. I'm literally debating putting the heater on, which I would never normally do in summer, but it's so cold. So I'm going to get this. Hey, kitty. She loves sitting on the windowsill. Hey, Kimber. Go settle Cindy down for me. Don't. No. Yeah, so I'm going to finish editing this reel, and then I'm going to have some lunch. I've got to go run to the shop. I've got these noodle bowls, which are really yummy. This one's red curry coconut, Thai red curry coconut. So I fry up some chicken or beef or whatever, depending on which noodle bowl I get. I get Peking duck and various flavors. But yeah, I'm going to get some chicken and some bean shoots, and I'm going to fry some up with a bit of soy and fish sauce and what have you. And then I put it all in the noodle bowl, top it up with hot water, put a lid on it, and then 3-4 minutes, and it's a perfect lunch for a perfectly freezing day. But yeah, stop. Where are you? I can hear your bell. You need to settle down. No, kitty. Yes. You need to settle Cindy down for me. Oh, there she is. She's right next to me. Come here. You need to be quiet. I know you want your lunch, but it's still an hour till lunchtime. Yes, say hello. Hello. Yeah, so I'm going to have to hold her down or something, because this bell is so loud. It's so loud. I know you want to go play. Until I feed you lunch and your belly's full. I get them roast chicken for lunch, and then they have steak or tuna for dinner, because Miss Kimber has irritable bowel syndrome. She takes after her mama, and she's got bowel problems. So we have to give her just pure chicken or pure steak or pure tuna, nothing, no preservatives or any additives. Or hello, you want to play? Don't play with my headphone cord, no. Yeah, so this is my day today. I'm going to put the heater on. I'm not, there's no point freezing my ass off, is there? So I'm going to have to put the heater on. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then we're going to hold you down so I can do this voiceover. So then I wanted to make a start on a new painting, and I thought I'd speak about staying unique and staying true to your own style when creating any artwork, really. This week, I believe that it's okay to take inspiration from beautiful nature photographs or whatever it may be, that you like wildlife. Some people like painting pets and things like that, which you do have to work a little bit closer to a photograph when you're doing that, obviously, because you want the likeness to be there. But as far as having your own style, I think that anytime that you take inspiration from a photo, it's okay to be inspired by the colors and maybe the shapes of certain trees and rock formations and what have you. But I think it's really important to let your creativity flow and just do what is comfortable for you to do, instead of just trying to copy how other people do things and how other people create. So oftentimes I will just go at a canvas without sketching anything out or really planning something concretely, but I usually have an idea in my mind of what kind of painting I want to create, what sort of colors I want to be using, whether I want it to be a dark piece, a piece with lots of lighting. This week I decided to sketch something out on paper, and I think that if you're not comfortable just going at a canvas with some paint, it's a really good idea to have a sketch on paper where you've mapped out where you want everything to go, and then that way you can just go at it knowing where you're going to place things, but still let it flow and just be true to yourself and what feels right for you. So I got the sketch done prior to this painting this week. Then once you have your sketch done and you know what you're going to be doing, I tend to think the best thing to do is just go for it. You just start painting and see where it leads you. Try and trust the process. Sometimes at the beginning stages of the painting, which you'll see in a second, the start of this painting doesn't look all that appealing. The underlayers sometimes are quite boring. They don't really have, because I don't add, all the highlights and everything until much later in the painting. So they don't have a lot of contrast, and contrast makes a huge difference in paintings, I believe. But you just trust the process and go for it and see where it leads you, and you will be really pleased, I think, by trusting the process of the outcome of what you can create without actually trying to copy somebody else's technique, their brushwork, and as far as realism, just trying to copy a photo exactly, which is a very huge achievement for people to do. Don't get me wrong, there's people that spend 40-50 hours plus, some hundreds, creating realism pieces, and that's all good and fine, that's great, but a photo has already captured that image. But what you can create from your own mind and letting it flow from your own creativity, nobody else can do on this planet. That's your unique style. So that's what I believe, and that's how I like to go at my paintings. So with that, I started this piece. Another task to get done this week was edging out a few of my paintings and signing them. So I don't normally frame my paintings. People are free to frame them, obviously, if they want, if they purchase one. But I tend to think that framing is old-fashioned. I really like just having a canvas on the wall. So I edge all of my paintings in black. So the side of the paintings are always black, and then there's a signature on the back, there's a spiritual reference and the year that it was painted. And I do that basically for every single painting I do now. So it's edging day today, where all of the edges of paintings get painted black, like so, like those paintings. So I edge out all of the edges with black, and then the back gets signed. It also has my nickname on it. I also put a spiritual reference on there because I tend to think that the right quote will find the right person, whoever gets whatever paintings. So there's quite a few to do today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So all of the edges will be painted black, and then I will do the signing on the back, including that one, which is the giveaway painting. So I can edge that and sign it, so that can go off to Lynn, the competition winner. And yeah, the rest will be ready to hang. So that round one is going to be taken into the restaurant later this week to be hung, and also another piece, and I'm debating maybe taking 1 or 2 little ones. I'll still contemplate that a little bit more. But yeah, so I suppose I should get started. I hate when it's like this, like there's drop sheets all over the floor so that nothing gets paint all over it. But I only do the edges in acrylic, not oil, so it's actually quite quick drying, thank goodness. So it doesn't take too long. You just do the top edges and then you turn it around when it's dry, and then all of the backs can be signed, which takes a little bit of time because it's raw canvas. So the paint, and being acrylic paint, it doesn't really want to flow nicely on the backs, but that's okay, we'll get there. I mean, I probably shouldn't let this many build up before I actually do the edging and signing, but they do need to dry for quite a while with oils, depending on how many layers I put on them. So I just let them all sort of sit and dry for a few weeks, and then I do all the edging all at once. I've got quite a few, and sign the backs, and then I can get Jay to put the hanging, I don't even know what you call them really, the wire to hang the paintings, and it's all done at once. Then I laid in some darks into this painting. This week we also, my best friend Teresa and I took my mum out op shopping for the day. I never used to like the idea of op shops or thrift shops. Just the idea of people's used belongings didn't appeal to me. But a friend of mine was all for it, and once I've gone with her once or twice, I discovered that books which I would spend $30, $40 in brand new in a shop, I can pick up for $1, $2, and some people buy brand new books and within a month they just give it to op shops. So I really like reading and I really like purchasing books. So I started going to op shops for that reason, and discovered that even with clothes you can find things with tags on them, brand new Levi's, what have you, which are $130 for $2, $3. It's ridiculously cheap. Even though I do buy a lot of my clothes new, I do like to have a look around once in a while, not as often as a friend of mine that will go once or twice a month. I'll go maybe once every few months, pick up a few books, which I've got a ridiculous amount of books as is, and I only really read now at night. I might read a chapter or two in bed. That sort of helps me wind down. But I love reading. I love anything with a really good twist, thrills, suspense. Love Jonathan Kellerman, Harlan Coben at the moment. I'm actually absolutely addicted to, so I'm trying to find a lot of his books. I've maybe got 10, 12 of his books, but he's got like 30 or 40, so I was hunting for his books when we went this week. Finding stuff, man?
I'm just browsing.
I might have to do a book haul in one of my videos and yeah, show the vast array of books I've collected, even though I've given away hundreds of books. But yeah, my shelves are bursting full at the moment. But anyway, then I started the next layer on this piece.
Oh my God. They said when he starts, do not fucking like have a go at his name. Like, what a name, Suki. But it's not.
You
spelled.
guys are going to have a field day with that one.
I normally piss me pants like even my boss starts up. But it's not apparently not spelled like Suki. It's
Yeah, but if...
it's African, but it's pronounced Suki.
Oh, God.
What a name. Wouldn't it be...
I also made some teriyaki beef skewers this week, which were delicious with some jacket potatoes, so I thought I'd include that as well.
It's a good thing you mute these videos, huh?
Sometimes I mute them, sometimes I don't. Dice your meat. So for the marinade, brown sugar, soy sauce, oyster sauce, and dark soy sauce, and some garlic. Then did a little bit more on the painting, some water. This is the second last layer before I actually add all the light and bring it to life. So as I said, this week I went into the restaurant where I display some of my art and took some fresh paintings in. So Jay and I did that, swapped out a few paintings and hung up some new ones for display. Then finally, I did the last layer of this piece. I think this one's done. And that's basically it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll join me again next week, where I will most likely be working on quite a dark piece that I've got in mind, but we'll see what happens. I often change my mind and work on something completely different, unless I want to get something done urgently. So we'll see what ends up coming of next week. But I hope you guys have a great week, a great weekend, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye.